Are you a beginner RVer who's either looking to rent or buy a Class A RV for your trip or travels? In this video, we're gonna run you through all the steps for when you first get to a campground and how to set it up the right way, all the stabilizers, the hookups, and the slides, so that you can just chill, relax, and enjoy the scenery. Let's get into it. Right behind us, we have a 2019 38-foot Jayco Precept Prestige. This is an awesome unit. There is so much space once you open up all the slides, but first, let's get into the steps of what you need to do to get set up when you get to a campground. So, first things first is that you're gonna wanna pull in and make sure that you're close to your electric and water hookups. Between 5 and 10 feet. Cables can vary, so check them out. As you can see, everything is in right now, and we're packed up, have everything secured, but if you come back here to the panel, you'll see where you can put your slides out. Now, on this particular RV, there's 3 slides, 2 on the sides, and then 1 in the back for the bedroom. I'm gonna run through them one at a time, slides 1, 2, and 3, so you can see what comes out and what the space looks like afterwards. Now that all the slides are out, you can see how much space there is. I mean, first time in a Class A RV, this is actually ridiculous. This is basically like a whole living room, pretty much in a New York City apartment that you'd be paying $4 grand a month for. I mean, insane. Let's go back to the stabilizer panel and I'll show you what you need to do now. Some Class A RVs don't have stabilizers, and you would use different blocks or other things that you can roll up on in order to just even out a little bit. But this method is 100% the way to go. So right here on this RV, the panel is actually right to the left of the steering wheel. Now you'll see that there's a couple lights here: operating, low voltage, excessive slope, ignition on, and engage the parking brake. You wanna make sure that no lights are blinking. So right now we got the ignition on and the parking brake is not engaged. So first things first, shut the car down, kick this in, and then simple as this, you're just gonna hit the auto level button and it'll start to kick in. Don't get in and out of the RV or be moving around, because what that'll do is throw off the balance in the system. All right, so now that we're all stabilized, we're gonna use a water bottle just to show you that it's not going anywhere. Sitting this way, all right? And then even if you look at that, you can see the level water line. Now that the RV's all leveled out, let's go outside and do the hookups. At RV sites that have full hookups, you're gonna have power, water, and sewer. So let's run through that right now and see what we got. On this particular RV, we got the power over here, and then we have the sewer over here. I'm gonna show you where to hook this up. We got our power cable, heavy duty. I'm gonna run this through the bottom so that it's a nice clean run, and then make sure I give it enough slack to reach the box. When it comes to RV setups, the cleaner the better, so you're really only gonna want as much cable as you need so that it's not loose, hanging out, people can trip over it. This right here is a 50 amp, 250 volt hookup, and this is the plug that we have right here. You're gonna take this, plug it in right here, and your RV is connected. You're gonna wanna go inside, check the panel, make sure you're getting power, but this is where it goes outside. Make sure that all these breakers are on out here. Otherwise, you're not getting any power in there. Next thing is gonna be the water. In this RV, we actually keep our hose for the city water in a different thing than where we keep the hose for the sewer. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here to your water panel. Now that we're on the panel where you hook up the water, sometimes there's a hole through here that you can run the hose up. And this will keep it neat so you can shut this door, but you'll bring it over here and attach it to this spigot. Make sure it's nice and snug so that the seal doesn't have any water spraying out. You'll take this line, bring it over here, and here is gonna be your city water hookup. Go here, get that on, make sure it's nice and tight so that the seal is good, and we are set. And then you'll turn the water on to get it flowing to your unit. One thing you'll wanna make note of is this particular panel has different setups, but yours will probably have something similar. This shows us all the different settings for what you need to do with your water once it's hooked up. As we're driving, we have it on dry camping, but I'm gonna switch it over to city water now so that we're just getting water pumped in. We're not using any of the tanks. If your site does not have a water hookup, you're gonna have to use the tanks, so make sure you fill them before you get on the road. There's a couple different ways. Now, this particular RV is hooked up to a macerator, which is gonna basically grind up all the nasty stuff, the toilet paper as it comes through. But right here is another output. So if you're using a hose that's not already hooked up, you're gonna hook it up to here and then hook it up to the sewer. This one though, is already hooked up and good to go. So we'll take this hose right here and run it over to the sewer. Now this is just fresh water, excess water that we had in there because we drained it, cleaned it. Now you're hooked up to all three, power, water, and sewer. All right, so we're all set up. Super simple. Took us about 20 minutes total. You're gonna wanna go around, double check everything, but simple as that. Your Class A RV is now set up and ready to hang. So we got some steaks on the grill. We're gonna enjoy this nice, beautiful fall evening. And if you're in the North Carolina area, check out Lake Gaston Thousand Trails.